Hey, what is going on, you guys? It is Mr. No Sleep here from Old School RuneScape, and welcome to a brand new loot video for you all today. So today we bring you loot from 3,000 mutated Bloodvelds. Found in the catacombs of Korinth. As soon as you're at the altar, you can either run east or west, and each side will contain Bloodvelds. The west side is what was chosen for this video, and all you need to get here, as seen on screen, is a pickaxe. You just have to mine a few rocks in order to get to these Bloodvelds. So really just the inventory for this video is the pickaxe, a superset, a crafting cape and construction cape for banking, and of course a bone crusher so that we need no prayer potions at all for this. Not only is this really good for AFK training, and especially if you're on a Slayer task here, but this bone crusher is really good for anywhere in RuneScape, but especially the catacombs. And this is because anytime you kill a monster in the catacombs with this bone crusher amulet or just the normal bone crusher, you do get prayer points back. So it's essentially just free prayer points, free prayer potions almost. And finally, for the special attack weapon, a Saradomin Godsword was used, and this is best in slot for Slayer, no doubt about it. Very useful for training. And that's what this video was basically a whole lot of training, because none of this was done on task. I mean, it's pretty crazy to just kill Bloodvelds while you're on Slayer task, especially if it's just for a loot video. And this was done by our good friend Wiggy, so a big shout out to him. A lot of these drops were useful for his Iron Man, specifically the blood runes, and using no supplies really does make this beneficial, especially for Iron Man accounts. So these mutated Bloodvelds were released into the game June 9th, 2016 at a combat level of 123. The examine option does say the twisted tongue of evil. This Bloodveld can be assigned by 5 different Slayer masters, and it is one of the best XP tasks as it goes for, you know, medium combat players. I remember on my Iron Man around 80 to 90 combat, whenever I got a mutated Bloodveld task, I remember always getting a strength level or, you know, a lot of clue scrolls. So this is a beneficial task to some people. Other people, not a big fan of it, I would imagine. The normal Bloodveld, you know, was released into the game January 26, 2005, and essentially the mutated is just a stronger version of that one. You do need 50 Slayer to kill them, and they are found in the catacombs of Korinth, the Ironworth dungeon, and the Meyerditch laboratories. Like regular Bloodvelds, a mutated Bloodveld's attacks are magic-based melee. They are known to damage frequently due to their high attack level, so wearing magic defense armor and not using prayer is ideal, or you can wear prayer equipment and just use protect for melee, and that works just as well. This is definitely a time-consuming task. You know, it's better experience than the normal Bloodvelds, and they also drop more blood runes at a higher rate compared to the normal Bloodvelds. Not to mention, you know, if you do kill them in the catacombs, you're looking at ancient shards and dark totem pieces, although the dry streak for totem pieces during this video was pretty extreme, which you will see here very shortly. If you do decide to do the level 3 clue scrolls that these Bloodvelds do drop, which is at a rate of 1 in 128, then this will certainly take you longer, you know, if you do all the clues. Other than the blood runes, they also drop fire, air, and soul runes. The amount of air and fire are much more than the souls, but nevertheless, you know, all these runes will add up by the end of the price check. On the normal drop table, you're looking at coins as well as gold ore, a meat pie, mithril bar, bowstring, and of course the ruby amulets. There's many other weapons and armor pieces that are dropped by these Bloodvelds as well, so high alks are very much needed if you're going to be camping this task. If you're like me and Wiggy here and you want to collect all the drops for a specific loot tab or even a loot video, then definitely do that. You know, high alks would not be necessary for that. But due to the fact that there's a lot of mithril items, even a couple black items, adamant items, and rune items, it wouldn't be a bad idea to look into bringing a rune pouch with some high alks in it. At this point in the video, with about 500 kills remaining, you know, you can kind of see that drop tab really growing here, and I imagine it was not fun to pick up all of those individual items, especially the unnoted ones, which are most of them, so must have been really difficult. So we thank Wiggy for his efforts there, and the highlight of this video really is all of the clue scrolls, because as we all know, you really can't get a rare from a Bloodveld. There's just really nothing there on the drop table. So with all that being said, loot from 3,000 mutated Bloodvelds has been completed. It is time to now look at the biggest shortcut of them all, RuneLite Loot Tracker. 3,000 kills shown, 8 mil exactly, with 26 hard clues, 10 ancient shards, and 2 totem pieces. Also, shout out to that shield left half. That was a 1 in 11,000 drop. So, I mean, I guess there is rares here, but certainly nothing too valuable. So now it is time to open up all 26 hard clue caskets, and if we get get any masters, then Wiggy will of course try to do them. He is an Iron Man account, so there is limitations to master clues compared to a normal main such as myself, but he does have most requirements, so hopefully we can get a lot of these masters complete. More loot for the loot video, you gotta love that. And the irony of that, the very first hard clue casket that was opened contained a master clue scroll, so luckily he was able to complete this, but that's certainly off to a good start. You know, in the previous video there was 100 easy clues opened and not a single master from those, so it's nice to see the masters are starting to come in. Yes indeed, that is a back-to-back master clue from these hards. Very nice to see that. Still got 24 more to go and 2 masters already in the bank, so really looking forward to seeing what is inside of those. Overall on this account, Wiggy does have over 800 hards completed, so you know, this is always a benefit of these loot videos, just seeing what is inside of these caskets, because you know, some people will have to spend money on Bloodveld tasks. You know, it just has to happen for some people, so you know, these clue scrolls will always make back some of that GP. And one thing that I didn't mention earlier while these clues are getting opened is the fact that there is a superior Bloodveld, and that does drop an Imbued Heart, Eternal Gem, or Dust and Mist Battle Staff. So technically there is a rare on the drop table, but it is literally from the biggest and the baddest Bloodveld of them all, and that's usually always a gamble if you're going to get that while on task. Another master clue was seen during the openings of these, but unfortunately an Infernal Axe was needed, so that one had to be dropped. There's a few master steps that I can't do on my main as well, so I know the feeling, but shortly after that a third master clue was obtained once again, and that was able to be completed. So overall 3 master caskets, and hopefully we see some mimics from that as well. That could be something. Another trivia fact for you about these Bloodvelds: in February of 2017, the Insatiable Bloodveld was given a graphical update to be more distinguishable from their regular variant. And you can also find Bloodvelds in God Wars. They were released in that side of the game October of 2013, and they do look a little more, I would say, burgundy red than, you know, tongue pink, so shout out to that. And with all these hard clue scrolls being open from 26, it looks like 3.25 mil was made, as well as 4 master clue scrolls, and 3 of those being completed as well. So now we'll go ahead and open up the master clues. Looks like from the very first one, just over 500k, and from the second one, closer to 300k, so not too bad. From the very final master casket, it looks like a mimic was spawned, so we'll go ahead and go kill that and see what is obtained from that. You know, increased odds of third age, and also another roll on a master casket, so you never know what is possible with these mimics. Never seen third age in the loot series, never seen a master clue pet. Even if it's not on my account, I still want to see it on the series one day, so let's hope for the best in regards to that. And if you're curious, feel free to check out the description. There's all sorts of Bloodveld videos on YouTube regarding all the different locations you can kill them at, the most efficient gear, and the most efficient strategies for Iron Man and main accounts. So a big shout out to all the old school YouTubers that posted videos. They all will be in the description below, so feel free to check that out. 600 death runes was the extra roll from the mimic, and overall the master clue wasn't so bad itself, but yeah, nothing too crazy from those master caskets or the hard caskets, but maybe next time, you know, it'll definitely add to the price check. Now it is time to actually do the price check from the Bloodvelds. The very first price check coming out to be 5.5 million, over 10,000 blood runes, and 150 plus in-sold heads. That is a lot of the value just in those items. And now we'll go ahead and throw in all of the other items. This is most of the armor pieces and weapon pieces from the Bloodvelds, and all of this comes out to be a nice 3.1 million. Certainly more than I expected to see from such a XP-based monster. You know, you don't see a lot of people pick up the drops here, understandably so. And from the third price check, this is more so a lot of the clue scroll loot, a couple other things as well, and this one does come out to be just about 2.1 million. The only last thing that we have left to price check is the master clues, and I believe those all came out to be just about 1.6 mil. So you have 5.5 plus 3.1 plus all of the clue scroll loot comes out to be 12.3 mil in total, with very limited supplies used, just about 40k used in supersets. This was about 90 to 100 kills an hour, and the prayer bonus was at just about plus 28. All in all, 30 hours this would take without the clue scrolls, and 33 hours with the clue scrolls. Decent amount of combat XP as well, I believe in a shared category. Over 1 million XP was gained, so these are really good XP, and the drops weren't too bad either. So with all that being said, thank you guys so much for watching, and you know, if you're getting cold nowadays, winter's just around the corner, feel free to check out intotheam.com and use discount code NOSLEEP for 10% off anything. They got jackets, hoodies, sweaters, and more, so make sure to check it out. And until next time, guys, thank you so much for watching. Mr. No Sleep out.